They look for reasons to not fund an excellent project because they've got to get down from 500,000 down to 200,000. And the level of discussion when you start to go from, well, these are great, but you know what? Let's find something that we can eliminate from them. And I swear, I tell this all the time because I say I learned everything I needed to know about grant writing from those 2 days. Because when you have people who are very experts and totally sincere and they want to fund all those 10 projects, but they can't, now they're going to start finding things to say are wrong, which the first go round, there was nothing wrong with them. And so that's when you hear the level of conversation. And I always say, in Florida, it's a sunshine state. So any member of the public can always go to any grant panel. And I always say, go and see what you can learn so that you can improve the quality of your proposals and your grants that you write. So that was how I started out in fundraising. But in fundraising, until you become a professional fundraiser, there's no training. There's no training to become a fundraiser. It doesn't exist. And so when I was a professional fundraiser, then I was able to get training. But the training I offer is really kind of, it doesn't exist. You know, there's no film schools that train you in fundraising. There's no, you know, every documentary filmmaker who has to write grants, they've never got training, you know. And sometimes you'll find somebody offers some sort of training, you know, but not something significant, not something significant. So I do it. I train filmmakers how to raise money.
Wow.
And grant writing is just one way of raising money.
Wow. So now you also said something else about when you came down with your unfortunate illness that basically had you out of doing this for 7 years, but you had a conversation with a friend who stopped by and did basically a collage and told you that the thing that you didn't want to do anymore is the very thing that you should be doing. And you talked about the fear of the thing is what held you back.
That's right.
from doing that. So if you were talking to any filmmaker that's basically frozen in place with something that they love, but they're afraid to take action, how would you approach talking to a filmmaker about that?
You know, that's a very complex answer to a simple question, because every filmmaker is stuck in their own particular way. So on the one hand, there are certain places where filmmakers get stuck, and I might be able to list those out as 5, 6, 7 places. I'll give you one example. One is, I've made 2 shorts. I spent $5,000 on each of my shorts. I want to make my first feature film, and I need $5 million to make my first feature. Floyd is like,
hey, look, I'm not mad. You went for the gusto.
So a lot of filmmakers are stuck in this place that they don't even realize they will never, ever be able to make that $5 million movie. And I've met filmmakers stuck right there for years and years and years and years and years, not realizing what you realized instantly when I said that story, which was, no, $5 million is not going to work. I have a client, very sensible person, very experienced, who before she met me was shopping a $69 million movie.